Welcome back to Kingdom Things Podcast. I am your host, Ashley Nicole Phillips, spiritual practitioner by the way of spirit, by the way of source, by the way of God, by the way of the Most High, whatever you like to call the creative energy behind what is. That's who appointed me as spiritual practitioner. So I don't know if you guys know what's going on, but as a collective, humanity is going through ascension. What is ascension? Ascension is humanity finding our way back home. Ascension is humanity realizing who we truly are. Who are we? We are not just matter. We are not just the bodies we see in the mirror. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are not only physicality, we are also spirit, energy. So with ascension, we are being awoken to our truth. Our truth. Our truest truth is that we are souls that manifest in physical form as our bodies, souls seated by the energy of the Creator, souls seated by the energy of the Most High, souls seated by the energy of God. So ascension. I know a lot of people right now are going through a lot of ups and downs, turbulent times in their lives right now. Things are being shaken up, twisted around. And we can think of this time as really realignment. This time is realignment. So the way we were operating in the world before, we were operating under our earth personalities or ego. I'm going to call it earth personality. We were operating under our earth personalities. So we were operating under the guise of how this life has formed us to be. So we were operating under who we thought we were. So the energies in which we thought we were. With humanity ascending, we are shedding the energies of who we thought we were and stepping into our truth. What is our truth? Our truth is that we are eternal spirits having a temporary earth human experience. We are eternal spirits having a temporary earth experience. I know myself for a long time. I love myself. Let me tell my story. So I'm trying to speak betterment into myself and positivity into myself. And I'm trying to tell my new stories and not my old stories. Because when we tell our old stories, we perpetuate that old energy. But it took me some time to begin to step into my power, because the stepping into our power is going to be a lifelong lesson, lifelong journey, because we never stop growing. We never stop getting better. You know, there's no limit to what we can be, no limit to what we can create. So you're never going to stop growing. You're never going to stop being better. So, you know, it's about having compassion and love for ourselves in every moment. Because in every moment, we are who we are supposed to be. In every single moment. Even if you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, you are where you are supposed to be in every moment of every day. Even if you feel like you are not where you are supposed to be, you are where you are supposed to be in every moment of every day. No matter what you are going through, you are where you're supposed to be and experiencing what you're supposed to experience in order to step into the greatness of who God has for you, of who you are. Because we truly do not know who we are. We don't know who we are because we are constantly being told who we are by society, by programming, by culture, by family. We're constantly being told who we are. We do not know who we are. God had to pull me to the side. God had to sit me all the way down and say, you do not know who you are. Let me show you. God set me down and told me, you do not know who you are. let me show you. And it was my decision, free will. When we come to earth as spirits, we have free will on what we want to do. We can make our own decisions. We have free will whether we want to take the journey, the spiritual journey, the hero's journey, the self-realization journey, the self-empowerment journey. It's our decision whether we want to take that journey or just follow the pack of and being told who you are. Do you want to take that journey of realizing your self-empowerment, yourself, your greatness, your unlimited expansionness? Do you want to take that journey, or do you want to take the road where everyone else is going, and do you want to be told who you are? God had to sit me down and ask me, tell me, you do not know who you are, let me show you. And I finally relented and said, and surrendered to the process. Surrender to the process, because we're going to go through pushes and pulls, which is always a part of the journey. God knew that was going to happen. Your spirit team knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen on a soul level. We're going to go through these things where we don't want to let go of control, because we have these energies and programs in our bodies that fear letting go. That fear letting go. But once you finally surrender to the process and say, I'm going to surrender to something that is not necessarily greater than me, because we are a part of the whole mechanism and the whole design of creation. So spirit, God, the material world, the celestial body, humanity, we're a part of that beautiful creation. But we don't remember. With ascension, we're waking up from our amnesiac state. We're remembering, oh shit, we are so much more than we were told we were. We are a part of the creation of God, as we have God seated inside of our DNA. You have the ultimate creator energy seated inside of your DNA. So tell me why you can't be all that you desire to be. Tell me why those dreams that you had as a child before you were told who you could be can't come into fruition. The only thing that's holding us back and stopping us is ourselves. You have to make the decision whether you want to break off from the pack and walk hand in hand with spirit, walk hand in hand with God, walk hand in hand with the Most High, walk hand in hand with the Central Sun, walk hand in hand with Source, whatever you like to call the creator energy. Do you want to break off from the pack and walk hand in hand, just you and God? It's no one else. No one else can go on that journey with you. No one else. No one else. Not your sister, not your brother, not your husband, not your wife, not your best friend. No one else can go on that journey with you. No one else. Just you and God. You have to make the decision. Do you want to surrender to the process? Surrender to the process. Let go. Whatever is happening in your life, understanding that is happening for a reason. Step back and observe what's happening, and ask yourself, feel the emotions that are running through your body, and ask yourself, do you want to continue to let your life control you, or do you want to create your life? And really, you're always creating your life. You're always creating your life. You create your life with what you think and the emotions you hold in your body. A lot of these emotions are subconscious emotions that we carry from lifetime to lifetime. They're energies that we carry from lifetime to lifetime, as we are eternal beings in our truest form. So it's about taking that journey with God and letting God show you who you are, letting God heal you, with you assisting in the healing by surrendering to the process. So the ascension of humanity, we are waking up to our eternal nature, to our spiritual nature, spiritual form. We are not humans that are spiritual. We are spirits having a human experience. We are spiritual beings having human experiences. And a lot of the times, as human beings, in our earth personalities, in that energy of our earth personalities, we feel as though We feel as though we are separate from like the universe, from creation, from God, from spirit. But we are, if we picture humanity or all of what is as a bunch of gears, and every gear rotates at the timing and the speed that in which it needs to, and is the size that it needs to be in order for this machine of beautiful, intricate gears to assist in the operation of the whole creation. Humanity has a place in this creation. It's a gear in the creation. So we have to do our parts in assisting in creation. How do we do our part? By taking that journey home, by being our truth, by emanating the energy of our truth, of our truest nature, of our souls. And every soul is unique. Every journey is going to be unique. So it's fine to listen to other people's perspectives. It's fine to look for or search for help external to yourself, such as my podcast. There are a lot of other great podcasts and spiritual guides in the form of humans on social media and different aspects like that assist in in spiritual development. But the truest and most authentic help you can ever get is the help that's within. The help that's within, the God within, is the truest help, and the truest solace that you will find is within. Because God or energy or source does not want us as individuals, as a collective, does not want us to be dependent on anyone or anything external to ourselves. Because we have God within. We have God within. There's no need to go external to ourselves for anything or anyone. Once you tap into your inner truest essence, what you will find there is the abundance of joy, health, financial abundance, relationships, the relationships that you want to cultivate, that you always desired. All of that's within. That energy lies within. So humanity, we are a part of what's going on. We are not separate from it. We are a part of what's going on. We have to do our parts by healing ourselves, sitting with ourselves, paying attention to how we're feeling, being intentional about how we feel. If we feel ourselves slipping and feeling away, do something that you enjoy, you genuinely enjoy, not because of how others feel when you do it, but because you enjoy doing it, because it makes you feel good. Being intentional about what we do, being intentional about what we say, being intentional about what we listen to, being intentional about what we watch, and how all of these things make us feel, because all of these things are programming us. Be intentional about what you put into your body. Food, media, words. Be intentional about what you put into your body, because you're programming yourself on how you show up in the world. We create our lives on the energies that are inside of us, and we create ourselves on how we show up in the world on the energies that are inside of us. So let's be intentional about what we put into our bodies. Being intentional about how we feel. All right, guys. Love and compassion. Love and compassion. Love and compassion. I know it's easier said than done, but I have empathy and sympathy for everyone, because I'm on this journey like everyone else. It's really about understanding that this is a journey and not a race, or not just a road to get somewhere. It's really a journey. It's really like Homer, like the Odysseus. The story is iconic and beautiful and really cool because of his journey and everything that he went through, and that he still he made it. He made it. Not everyone makes it. He was the only one that made it. Not everyone makes it. But it's about the journey And it's about dedicating yourself to the journey and not so much being fixated on where you're going. So we have I like to pull on the podcast here. I like to pull some oracle cards. I have the Alana Fairchild Ruby Oracle card, Pocket Edition, an invitation into the heart of the divine. These cards have beautiful ornate art on the back of each card. So if you don't have the Alana Fairchild Rumi Oracle Pocket Edition set, definitely pick it up. It's beautiful. So I was guided to pull 4 cards today. So we have the first one, Blood Angel. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. An opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. Allow for a new influx of energy. So these new places we want to go in our lives, these new lives we want to create, are going to require a new version of ourselves. It's going to require a new version of ourselves. So we're going to have to release the energies that we currently hold in our body. Become a void. This is how Spirit explained to me. Become a void. We don't know anything. When we take on the notion that we don't know anything, we make room for Spirit to pour the energy within us that we need for the next step of our journey, for our next level up, for what we're wanting to create next in our life. Life is a journey, not a race. Second Rumi Oracle card, Blessing of Al-Hakim. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Al-Hakim is wisdom, soul medicine. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in the assurance that your daily application and effort are enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is now soothed. Divine healing can occur most readily in unknowing yet trusting spaciousness of your open heart. Divine healing can occur most readily in the unknowing yet trusting spaciousness of your open heart. Oh, so yes. So in order to become that new version of ourselves, let's buy our cleverness, let's sell our cleverness and buy bewilderment. I know nothing. This gives room for the other part of yourself, the spiritual part of yourself, which you can't see in the mirror, to pour into you, and you'll be able to take heed. You'll be able to see the signs. You'll be able to hear whatever your spirit is trying to tell you in order to step into that new version of yourself. We all have inner guidance. Like there's psychics out there. We're all psychic. We're all spirits. We're all connected to the spirit realm. It's just, can you hear your spirit guidance? Can you hear it? You have to kind of become a void, become empty in order to be filled with the energy that you'll need in order for you to take form into your new level of life. And we as humans in our earth personalities, we think we're doing ourselves justice by trying to think our way through everything. By worrying about everything in our minds, we think we're doing ourselves justice. But when we step into the understanding that, again, we're not just what we see in the mirror, that we are part spirit, which means we have forces working for us in the universe, in the spirit realm. They're dedicated to us. They're assigned to us. They're part of us, working for us to help us step into everything we desire. With being spiritual beings, we are not just what we see in the mirror. We have spirit elements of ourselves. We are spirit. We have spirit elements of ourselves. So we have spirit beings, we have the universe, we have elements in which we cannot perceive with our physical eyes, with our physical senses. We have forces which we cannot perceive with our physical senses that are working for us to help us achieve and be all that we desire to achieve and be. So we're down here on earth, like going through it, crying ourselves to sleep, which I do. I've done often. Like we're down here really going through it the whole time. Our spirit team's like yelling at us, like trying to show us synchronicities and signs, like, girl, I'm trying to give this to you. Like, sir, like it's over there, but you're not looking. You're over here worrying about what I'm trying to give it to you. You just look the other way. It's right there. Like we're down here, like really like we think we're suffering, but we're not. It's all a part of the process and the growth experience to become better beings. Cause that's what we came here to do, is to learn and grow and expand. So it's all a part of the process. We think we're suffering, but no, we have all of these elements that are working for us and with us. What do we have to do in our part? Drop down from your head into your heart. Feel your emotions, feel your way through life, and not try so hard to think your way through life, because there in the spirit realm, there's a lot we cannot perceive spiritually in our minds, in our heads. You have to feel your way you have to feel your way through a lot of this stuff. A lot of your spiritual essence is feeling your way through it, because we're energy. Like spirit is energy, like we're energy. So you have to feel your energy, the energy in your body. You have to feel the energy in your body in order to understand more of what's going on within you. And as below, so above. Everything that's going on within you is what's manifesting outside of you. Everything that's going on within you is what's manifesting outside of you. You are the creator of your life. You hold the power. No one else. You hold the power. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? That is the key to your creation. Your feelings are one of the main keys to your creator essence. You being a creator is how you feel. It's not in your head. It's not what you're thinking. It's not your thoughts. It's how you're feeling. It's how you're feeling. And your thoughts, a lot of the times, dictate how you feel. One of the things that I like to do whenever I'm overthinking or like worrying or creating stories in my head, like just pestering myself, like creating stories in my head, like making up like the worst scenarios in my head. I'm like, what are you doing, Ashley? My spirit teams are like, what are you doing? Like they literally, anyways, yeah, they're like, what are you doing? What I like to do is shift to gratitude. Whenever I start, those wheels start spinning in my head, I start worrying about things, I shift to gratitude. I just stop my thoughts in its track and just say, thank you God, thank you spirit, thank you for this life, thank you for this experience, thank you God, thank you, just thank you. Whatever you can think of that you're grateful for, stop yourself from overthinking and just stop yourself and be thankful. With love and compassion. So the third Rumi Oracle card, we have Arise. Arise. Wings of hope languish from lack of use. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. You have gumption, chutzpah, guts. You dare to love where others see only pain. You dare to believe that everything will work out where others only see what they judge to be wrong. You seek freedom where the world succumbs to manipulation and propaganda. You seek freedom where the world succumbs to manipulation and propaganda. Where others peddle fear, you recognize and know love's true power. Y'all, we're ready for this. Arise, arise. We have it within us. Every challenge that we face, we're only handed that challenge because God knows that we're gonna destroy, like we're gonna like leap over that hurdle. We're gonna kill it. We're gonna stick it tens. Like we got it. Everything that you're going through in the present moment that just seems like you cannot make it through it, you got it. Know that you're handed that challenge because your soul is masterful. You are handed that challenge because your soul is masterful. On an earth personality level, where you're just thinking as your earth personality, you don't know that, you don't have that realization, but your soul is a master. You are a master. Your soul is masterful. And that's why you have those challenges in your life, because you can make it through it. And on the other side of those challenges, you're going to be able to have your testimony of all that you went through and all that you faced and you got through. Not only got through, but you're thriving through. And on the other side, you have everything that you ever desired and more than you could ever desire is on the other side of the challenges that you're facing in this moment. God, Source, the Central Sun would not is not only going to give you what you desire, but so much more. Like you can't even begin to comprehend what God has for you. You can't even begin to comprehend what God has for you, because God is you and you are God. God is you and you are God. God did not give you these challenges to make you suffer. God gave you these challenges because He know that you're gonna somersault like freaking Gabby Douglas all over it. He knew that you were gonna come home with the gold medal. He knew that you were gonna come home with the gold medal. So wipe your tears. I love you. I love you. Wipe your tears and know that you are a master. You are a badass, and don't let anyone or anything, even including yourself, because most of the times we are our worst critic. So let no one, nothing, or yourself tell you other than the magnificence and the greatness that you are. You're amazing. Wipe your tears, and I love you. Okay, we have one more card. This is the last Rumi Oracle card, allowing a Fairchild. Divine Mother manifests. Oh, you living in the world of 6 directions. Accept the gloom and accept the bliss. For those seeds buried in the ground will one day grow into fruitful orchards. The synchronicity. The mind would have us believe that certainty is necessary for inner peace. The mind would have you believe that certainty is necessary for inner peace. Inner peace doesn't come from understanding, but from trusting. Can we understand a star? Perhaps not. Yet, we can choose to trust in its beauty and light and nonetheless derive energy, hope, and inspiration from it. Let the relief of trust fill your heart. Let the relief of trust fill your heart. The synchronicity. We don't have to know everything. We don't have to know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, where it's going to happen. Actually, all of that is none of our business. And that's what Spirit's trying to tell us. Like, we got this. This is none of your business. How is none of your business. We want to surprise you. We want to surprise you. Think of it as Spirit, God wanting to surprise you. It's a surprise party waiting for you. It is a surprise party waiting for you. It's not your business when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, where it's going to happen. That is not your business. That is not your business. And our minds, our earth personalities will lead us to believe that we have to know what's going on in order to find solace, in order to be at peace. But no, find peace in your heart and knowing that you are the greatness of the energy of God at your truest level. That's who you are. And this life is a journey of you flexing your strengths. This life is a journey of you flexing your abilities. You are only handed your challenges because you are a warrior and you can make it through. You are a master. You are greatness. Drop down into your heart and find peace with knowing that. Find peace with knowing that everything is going to be more than okay. It's going to be beautiful. And once you go on that hero's journey, that walk with God, you will tap into that energy within that's going to emanate within your every cell of your being, and your mind's going to follow along. Your mind's no longer going to pester you with your earth personality thoughts, because your mind will be blinded by the energy within that you're going to discover, activate when you go on that hero's journey, that walk with God. That activation within is going to emanate within yourself and into the world. And when you walk into the room, everyone's going to know she's got it. He's got it. You're going to know. You're going to look in the mirror. You don't even have to look in the mirror. You're just going to feel it. You're going to know, like, I got it. I'm good. I'm great. Life is great. Life is beautiful. Life is a gift. Life is a miracle. You're going to know that because that energy that you find within yourself, that you activate within yourself, when you take that walk, when you surrender to the other forces of yourself, they're not separate from you. When you surrender to the other forces of yourself, you will activate within you the knowing that you are magnificent, you are blessed, you are abundance. You're not seeking abundance, you're not seeking money, you are abundance, you are financial freedom, you are happy and loving relationships, you are love, you are great health. You are all of these things. Once you take that walk with God, take that walk with Source, you will be activated in this knowing. You will be activated in this knowing. Thank you everyone who tuned in today on this installment of Kingdom Things Podcast with me, your host, Ashley Nicole Phillips, spiritual practitioner by the way of God, by the way of Spirit, by the way of Source, by the way of the Most High. Thank you guys so much for joining in. We are going to have our Patreon up and running soon. So if you want to seek further assistance on this journey that we're going through as humanity, we'll have our Patreon up, Kingdom Things Healing Home. There's only one tier available, and you do have to submit your name and information, and it is an admissions process, so not everyone is going to be admitted, only because I can only I only want to take on so many people to assist at this time, to help, to coach. I only want to take on so many people to consult at this time. So submit your information at the Patreon, which will have all that information posted somewhere, wherever you're viewing this, listening to this. That information will be there as well for the Patreon. Thank you again for tuning in, and y'all have a blessed rest of your day.